Well, hey, neighbor, it's me, Angie. Come on in.
Well,
Yes,
hey neighbor, it's me, Angie.
it's time for our neighborhood chat. So, how are y'all doing? I have a cough drop in my mouth. I still have a a little bit of a cough, but it's getting a lot better. So, how are y'all doing today? Today is Thursday, May the 30th. Can you believe it? One more day in May, and we're off to June. Oh, there's my brother from another mother, the costume jeweler. I love you too. I can't wait to your live sale, your next live sale. I'm excited. Oh, there's my twin Claudette. Claudette, CJ's gonna be having a live sale this weekend. You're not gonna want to miss it. Okay, I look forward to it. Um, Welcome in, my beautiful twin. Guess what I received? I received your other card. Yes, I did. It was the happy birthday card. Thank you so much. And guess what I did? I sent you a card. Cards are the only thing that seem to make it from us exchanging mail. Nothing else seems to get there. No matter what I send you, never gets to you. It gets returned or it gets lost. I don't know what that's about. But I have gotten all my gifts mailed out from my birthday live. Everything's mailed out. Everybody should be getting their gifts. James is working today. He works, let's see, today's Thursday. He works Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday days. Or this may be his 7 days to work. No, he's got to work 7 straight days. So he gets off Wednesday and Wednesday night, and then he'll be off Thursday through Monday. I don't know. I can't keep up with it. It's a crazy schedule. Let's see who all's in here. Hey, David, how are you? Welcome in. David Carlisle. That's the name that Miss Southern Belle can never remember how to pronounce. But the reason I know how to pronounce it is because I know Carlisles. We have some here in my town. Our police chief used to be Carlisle, so I can remember that name. CJ's sale is tonight. Yes. All right, CJ. I'll see you tonight, sweetie. Oh, my brother. I don't like to call him sweetie because I don't think he likes it. I'll just call him my brother from another mother. There's Purple. Hey, Purple. Welcome in. Welcome in, Purple. When I see that, it reminds me of Purple Rain. You know, Prince. It hasn't been that long ago that I used to party to Prince, dance to Prince. I may be in my 50s, but I still like to jam out. And that's the thing about CJ's channel. When you go in there, he plays um great music as he's selling things, talking to the chat. We have a great group of ladies in the hen den. That's what he calls his chat is the hen den, which is perfect because he has Cece the chicken who actually runs the show, and CJ just works for Cece. So just come on over and join the fun. And Cece just got a new wardrobe. She got new dresses and everything. I can't wait to see them on her. I've seen pictures, but I haven't seen her wear them yet. Hey, Wildflower, how are you? Welcome in. So glad you're here. Now, Purple does karaoke. Now, to me, that's brave. Oh, anybody that can go on YouTube and do karaoke, hands down, you win. You win. I can't do it. I do sing happy birthday to my someone in my chat, but that's about as far as it goes. Now, I will sing to Lincoln and Berkeley, but I don't do it much on YouTube, not at all. Hey, Lori, my friend Lori. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I sent your gift out, and I put Savannah something in there too for her birthday. Savannah's birthday is the 16th of May. Mine was the 17th. So I had to send the sweet little baby something for her birthday. She's the cutest. Oh, she's so sweet looking. Yes, I did send you a card. I sure did. Hello, Lucinda. How are you? Welcome in. Are you doing okay today? Yo, I'm still sound like a frog at times. Hey, Jessica. How are you? Oh, there's D. Creations with D. Hey, D. D is does auctions with Dawn's channel, and Wing and a Prayer, and sometimes D does auctions by herself, and she does fabric. Now, me, I have no need for fabric, but I often think of my grandmother when I see D do that, because my grandmother would buy little pieces of fabric to make quilts, and I so miss her sitting around cutting those little squares out or those different shapes to make a pattern to make a quilt. But go over there and check D out. And if you have not subscribed to any of these channels, the Costume Jeweler is a channel you do not want to not be a part of. Creations by D, you want to be a part of that channel. Oh, D has a new fur baby. Well, she's not really new now. She's she's new. But she's had her maybe a couple of months now. Not really sure. And it's a corgi. And her name is Daisy. And she's the cutest thing. Oh, there's Nez. Sweet Nez. Sweet, beautiful Nez. And I can't say enough about Nez. She doesn't like for me to talk about her much, but I'll talk about her a second or two. But she paints, she draws, she sings, and she's easy on the eyes too. Very pretty, very pretty. Hey, Pamela. He said, from you, I'll take it. But he knows I love him. He is my brother. I tell you what, I feel like I have to, when I talk to him, be careful. Take care of yourself. And I have to like an older sister would do a brother, which he doesn't need that, because I can tell you hands down, he can take care of himself. Very independent, I can't say enough about CJ. I mean, you just have to know him. And what you see on camera is what you get off camera. He's the same. But I'm still going to play that role of big sister. I am. I'll go with that fantasy in my mind. Shelby J. She says, off the grill week lunch, stuffed peppers, slides, cheesy corn fritters, dessert, chocolate chip, cookie, ice cream, sandwiches, snack, cauliflower, uh, rice, drink. Oh my goodness. I haven't had lunch yet. But for some reason, I don't know if y'all are like this or not. I don't know if it's because I have this congestion or whatever, but I have no desire for food. Nothing tastes good to me. It's like I can't taste anything. I know it's because I have this cold or whatever this is. It's not the major thing that was going on a few years ago. I do know that. Oh, there's sweet Josie. There's my friend Josie. Now, I don't know if y'all are a part of Josie's channel or not. Actually, she has 2 channels. Second channel is called Josie Cares, but she does a memorial for her daughter, Cheryl, every year. Well, twice a year. And I watched it last night. What really surprised me about watching it was the fact that she said people have left her a thumbs down on this video. Now, that shouldn't surprise me because human beings never surprise me as far as the things they will do and the places they will go, as Dr. Seuss says in his book, or the extreme that people will go to be nasty. But the memorial was beautiful. Josie's little girl was beautiful. Go over and watch that memorial because I can't fathom the loss of a child. But as a mother, I won't even put myself in that place to say I can imagine how it feels because I can't. The pain of that must be a pain that is never really gone. You just kind of live with, I would think. Now, I've lost a brother, so that means my mother has lost a child. So when someone leaves a thumbs down on a video like that, I don't really understand that. And if they were going to leave a thumbs down, they should have left a thumbs down and explained in the comments what upset them so bad about the video. But I think people were just trying to be nasty, really, about doing it. But anyway, it's a great memorial. Y'all have to go over there and watch it. Josie's a wonderful person. Beautiful inside and out. You just got to go check the video out. Hey, Pamela. Purple said, I am addicted to karaoke. Oh, you're welcome, Lori. I want to show these. I am still getting cards and gifts from people for my birthday, which it always humbles me to receive cards and gifts in the mail. Y'all, excuse me, I gotta take a drink. My mouth is so dry. Anyway, I received 2 cards from Canada from my friend twin Claudette. This is the first one. I'm not going to read what's inside. Because she wrote a beautiful little note on the inside. This little sticker has a nice little saying on it. But she sent that card. And she sent, this is the birthday card. And it has a beautiful, it says, with sincere hope that today fills you with the same kind of cheer that you bring to those around you all throughout the year. And if it's anything like you, the new year ahead is sure to be absolutely wonderful. Wishing you all the best on your special day. Enjoy. Now, I'll read that, but she did leave me a note. But if you know Claudette, she can write. She's a writer. She can leave long messages and notes. Look at this. Look at this bird. Look at that. Beautiful. Also, I wish she would come in, but Justine gifted me something from Josie's channel. You know, Josie has auctions, and Josie and Pam will go live in the morning, I think. But and you can drop that link, Josie. Anybody can drop their link if they're having a something special going on in their channel. But she gifted me this compact mirror. It's a mirror on both sides of the compact. Justine from she is in Josie's auction a lot. If she comes in, I'll thank her for it. But she gifted me that, and hold on a minute. Wings, a wing and a prayer from Creations by Dee. She gifted me this necklace. Now these come from Dee, Creations from Dee's channel. Like I said, she does auctions, and I want to show y'all these earrings. Look at that. My goal for the next few months is to get me a new computer, because actually this shirt is purple, but it's showing blue on my camera. But thank all you for the wonderful gifts that y'all shower on me. And guess what? Speaking of showers, we are having a gender reveal for the new baby on June the 15th. So we'll find out if we're having another granddaughter or a grandson on June the 15th. That's a Saturday. It's going to be at my son's home in Louisiana. It's going to be small. It's going to be just the family, her family, our family. And they're going to like cut a cake or do something real simple. But I'm sure it's going to be cute. Hey, quiet listener, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. The quiet listener has a YouTube channel that has content. You'll want to go over there and check that out. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Welcome in. I have a lot of relatives that live in South Mississippi, but if you live in North Mississippi, those Carlisles probably are not related to me. It's me, Angie. No, I live in South. I live in Central. I live in Central Mississippi. Yo, it's been hot here. I don't know how it's been in your area, but it has been hot. It went from winter to summer. I mean, we didn't have much spring at all. And it's not even summer yet, according to the calendar. We're not having summer till June the 20th, but I'm beginning to wonder if it just skipped spring altogether. But we have had a lot of rain. Oh, there's my beautiful Crafty songbird. Now, guess what? Crafty has a birthday coming up. Yes, she does. I knew it, but I hadn't thought about it. But yesterday, they mentioned it on Ellis, I think. It's June the 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. June the 2nd. So Carol is going to be having another birthday. Hello, Mishi. Is that what it is? How are you? Welcome in. I hope I didn't butcher that name. There's my sister Michelle. Welcome in. Michelle, you should be getting your package any day now if you hadn't already gotten it. I don't know if you have or not. Oh, thank you, Dee. He will be so excited. You will love his sales. They are so much fun. Relaxing, no drama, nothing. Because CJ, he's the type of person that if you come in and disrupt the hens in the hen den, he doesn't waste time getting rid of you quickly. I mean, it's just like you walk in, you say something off negative toward him or anybody in there. He's like, nope, you're out. You're gone. And I respect that because he has anywhere from 70 to 100 people in his live sale every time he does one. He has a live sale. And he doesn't want anything disrupting that. And he's not going to have it. And I don't blame him. I mean, it's his channel. He needs to keep it under control. And he does a great job. He doesn't have any mods. He doesn't need any mods because he handles it right on the spot. Right on the spot. Everybody's speaking to each other. Okay, I have to share this with you all. Okay, Nez. Thank you for dropping by. So, James and I just had an anniversary on the 16th of May. Well, he and I could not figure out what we wanted to do or what we wanted to get ourselves together for our anniversary gift. He's hard to get things for. I have bought him things and had to return them. Well, the last thing that I purchased for him was a big piece of equipment that he could use, but it wasn't the piece of equipment that he wanted. Well, I took it back and I told him that day, I said, I'll never purchase you anything else. You will get what you want on your own because I went to all the trouble of getting this piece of equipment, getting somebody to pick it up, do all this. And then when he got it, it's like, well, I like it, but it's really not the brand or the style that I wanted. Okay. So ever since that anniversary, Angie has not bought anything because he knows what he wants. And if he wasn't being ugly about it. It just wasn't what he wanted. So for about 5 years, I haven't purchased anything for him. Now he will go out and say, I'm going to get this for me for our anniversary, which is fine. I don't mind that. But we decided that we would get us a larger TV and mount it above our fireplace. So we purchased a 65-inch television and mounted it above our fireplace. Well, Dish came yesterday and programmed it and got it all set up where it would work like ours did when we had it sitting down on the stand, And we had a 50, I think it was a 52 or a 50 something. So we're going to take that TV, well, we already have, put it back in our bedroom and move the one we had in our bedroom. Either, it wasn't a smart TV, the one we had back in our bedroom. Either we're going to let one of the children have it, which I know Matt's not going to let Berkeley have it because he doesn't want her watching that much television. And he's not going to put that TV in her bedroom because he doesn't want her, when she goes in her bedroom, to be stuck on that TV. because they limit her time on her little pad that she has. It's like an iPad, but it's for little kids, and they limit her time on that. So I know he's probably not going to let her have the TV. I could give it to Taylor for Lincoln to put in his room to listen to, Miss Rachel or whatever. But as he got older, she's not going to want him to go to his room and just spend hours on the, watching the television. So probably neither one of the children to get that TV, but we'll find something to do with it. But anyway, now I was telling, when I was watching Jones and Dee's auction, I was telling them that I was watching them on the big screen. And I mean, it looks amazing when you are watching, because I usually watch on my phone or on my computer, the auctions, and they're so tiny. Then there it is, this big screen. But it was really nice. But that's what he and I bought each other for our anniversary, was we gifted ourselves this television. Oh, you haven't had lunch yet either? There's Steve. Hey, Steve, welcome in. So don't hesitate to put in the chat what your channel's doing. If you have a new video out, if you have a live coming up, if you have something going on, don't hesitate. And one of the mods will put it. Claudette's really good about dropping links. If you want her to drop your link, just let her know. Thank you, Naz. So let me tell y'all about my last video. I usually don't say much about myself, because I don't really want it to sound like it's bragging, because I never want to sound like that, like I'm tooting my own horn, because I just don't want that. But my last video has almost 900 views. The one I did about betrayal, I could not believe it. 900 views on that video, which to me, I enjoyed. I don't want to say enjoyed as in liked what I said about it, because betrayal is never easy. But I like the fact that people reached out and watched even a few minutes of it. If you didn't watch the whole entire video, I understand, because with this world today, it's hard to keep someone's attention for over 6-7 minutes unless it's drama. It amazes me that people will stand or sit and watch others argue or be mad at each other or fight, even like physically fight in a video. Now, I've been guilty of it myself. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But they will watch it and watch it and watch it. And then when something comes on that is educational, inspiring, uplifting, or whatever, they get bored with it. They're just like, I can't watch any more of this. But with the drama, oh yeah, they can watch it. I guess it's because it's so action filled and you don't know what's coming next. I don't know. Oh, I have a hard time watching them, though. They're beautiful. It's just hard. I understand, Claudette. I understand you saying that. I don't understand how you feel, because I know why you feel the way you do. But I don't know the depth of how you feel. I'll just say that. In so much pain, spending a lot of time laying down, yet going to let play to give hours. What have you got going on, a quiet listener? What is wrong with you, if you don't mind saying? I have lost a brother and a grandson. I miss them terrible, but I have to move on, or I will never forget them. The first tragic loss I had was my brother. I had never lost anybody close to me until my brother got killed. And my grandparents were still alive. My parents were still alive. I had not lost a close cousin, all my first cousins. And then my brother, and the way he died was unsettling. So that didn't help matters because he was shot. And he wasn't doing anything illegal or anything like that. Really, nobody knows what happened. It happened at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning. He was outside with the lady that he was living with, and some say they were having an argument. Some say, the story goes it was an accident because he just pulled the weapon out and wanted it to stop. And when he shot the weapon, it jerked back like that and shot him back here. That's one story. Some people say she did it. But we'll never know because it was just those two people outside that morning. Matt was 7 months old when this was happened, and I was in Louisiana with James at a job that he was working on. I wasn't even there. So we'll never know what happened, truly what happened. You're welcome, Josie. But when you go through a tragedy, like a death of someone that's close to you, okay, so Dee says she's lost a grandson. Okay, there it is. I have a grandson now, and the thought of him not being here any longer, that hurts my heart. I can't imagine as a grandparent losing a grandchild that you are hurting for your child, and you're hurting because it's your grandchild, but also you're hurting for your child. I can't imagine that you're hurting for your adult child, that they lost a child. I can't imagine that. Everybody handles loss in different ways. Never judge somebody for the way they handle someone passing away. Some people will not handle it like you do. So you don't judge them for the way that they handle it. Some people show no emotion. Some people can only cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. So everybody handles it different from what I've seen over my life. And just because people don't show much emotion doesn't mean they do not care. Some people cannot show emotion. They just cannot do it. They won't allow themselves to show a lot of emotion. They won't allow it. They're afraid. They don't have it in them. Maybe they've shown it earlier in their life and they've been hurt over it and they can't do it again. Hey, sis Angel, how are you? Now, Cupid's Angel auction is having their next auction on June the 1st, which is Saturday. They have their auctions on Saturday. You'll go over there, and I saw the thumbnail. It's already up, so you can go over there and be prepared for Saturday to watch that. I do the memorial videos to honor my daughter and to tell about her faith in the Lord. Oh, it was a very good video, Josie. I have watched it every year. But for some reason, when I watched it last night, it just was more clear to me. You know how you can watch stuff over and over again? But it just resonated with me of when you spoke of your daughter and certain things about her, you just lit up. I mean, you lit up, and then at one point, it was a sad part. I could tell that it really got to you. But it was a really, really nice video. Some people cannot talk about someone passing away. They just can't. I respect that. When my brother-in-law passed away, and my sister was pregnant with their second child, she wanted to talk about my brother-in-law. Well, we didn't want to say anything around her because we didn't want to upset her by bringing his name up. But what we didn't know was she really wanted to talk about him. She didn't want us to walk around and not say anything about him. She really wanted us to say something. We didn't know that. We wasn't communicating very well because before my brother-in-law passed away, we all were really, really close. We had dinners together. We had cookouts together. We would go places together. But and they were like my children's. My brother-in-law was 15 years older than my sister. He was 50 and she was 34 when he passed away. So he was more like my children's grandfather instead of their uncle. So it devastated my children. Matt walked into sleep for 2 weeks after my brother-in-law passed away. He would come to the door of our bedroom and cry and ask me to go sleep in his bed and let him sleep with his dad because he was afraid his dad was going to die. He was afraid that James was going to die like Billy. And he took it really, really hard. Never be ashamed of how you handle grief. You handle it the way you can handle it. There's no time limit on it. People that try to put a time limit on grief really annoy me because you can't put a time limit on somebody's grief. And some people will say, it's been 5 years. It's been 7 years. You need to move on. You need to blah, blah, blah. No, you handle it the way you know. But make sure you're moving and not get stuck in it. Okay, D, I got you. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me find you, D. Oh, there you are. Okay, D, you ought to be able to go now. And yeah, my computer's doing weird things. I'm telling you. You ought to be good now, D. Michelle is saying boy for the new grandbaby. I am going to have a thing like I had with Lincoln. I'm going to have a little, how many guess a girl and how many guess a boy, and give away a gift. I'm not sure how I'm going to work that yet. Oh, you're welcome, Crafty. Hey, Cher. I got my card. Thank you. Cher sent me a card. I don't know. I have all my cards except the ones that I showed you that Claudette sent me in my living room, just sitting up on display. I should have grabbed that card. I'm sorry, Cher, but Cher sent me a card. Hey, Yvonne, welcome in. Cher's a great supporter of my channel, and I appreciate her so much. And Yvonne, welcome in. As a sugared up kid waiting for a package. There is Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. His name is Mark. He does lives. He does lunch lives, like he sits in his car. He used to do, and he may still do some at his home too, but he's a real laid back kind of guy, you know. And he does lives on his lunch hour at work. I have no idea what he does as far as what his job is. But y'all go over there and check Corner Clubhouse Cobalt out. I'm not saying that I probably won't go live on Thursdays all the time. The reason I did this week was because everything just got ahead of me. I can't keep up. And I was like, I can't go, like yesterday, I couldn't go live. Oh, what was Monday? Memorial Day. Memorial Day messed me up. There's Nora, the Stock Explorer. See how I sound with my froggy voice? Welcome in, Nora. So glad you made it. Y'all need to go over there and check Nora's channel out. She's amazing. She does, if y'all like scratch offs, like lottery scratch offs, she's been doing a lot of that on her channel lately. And if y'all like that kind of content, go over there and check her out. She's awesome. When we were at the coast, I was sitting at this machine, and I can't think of the name of it. But what it was, they were making dumplings, like Chinese dumplings. And every time you would hit, a little dumpling would come down and fill in the little space. And if you went into bonus, it would give you dumplings. And if the dumpling got so many, it would say, order up, and it would take the order up and give you more money. And more dumplings would come down. It was a new game, and James and I had never played it. But I had worked that machine up. I had sit there for a couple of hours, and as long as it will let me sit there and play, I'm okay with it. I don't have to win buku of money. I would love to, but I don't have to if it will let me sit there and play. I don't want to put $20 in it, and then I have 10 spins, and I done wasted that $20. But I had sat there several hours playing this new game. I had built the pot up pretty high on this game too. And I was tickled about that. But like I said, as long as it will let me sit there and play, and I will sit there and play it. But if it starts taking my money quickly, I have to get up. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting more money in there. I mean, I might as well go in the bathroom and use it as toilet paper. Might as well use my cash money as toilet paper and just flush it down the toilet. If I'm just going to keep putting money in a machine that's going to keep taking it and taking it and taking it. That's my theory on it. My son and I and James played a few hours of blackjack together. And it was my son was sitting here, James, myself, and another lady was sitting here. And we were playing blackjack. My son loves to play blackjack, poker, anything like that. He loves cards. He don't play the slots very much. We did pretty good, but blackjack is a little slower than the slots. If you don't bet really big, the return is not quick. Now, if you play the little side bets on the blackjack table, you can win $900 in one turn of the cards just by betting $5. You can win $900. So that's what I used to play when I first started going to casinos. I would always play blackjack. Always. I wouldn't play slots. But I got away from that when I started winning at the slots. And I hadn't went back. But we played together and it was a fun time. I've thrown dice before at the craps table with my dad years ago. That I love to do. I think I get my gambling from my dad because my dad plays poker, or he used to, and he's really, really good at playing poker. He has a really good poker face, and I think I would have a really good poker face too if I had been brought up with him and learned how to play poker. I think I would have done well with it. Some people can't hold their facial expressions. Their face tells everything when something happens. Like my daughter, Taylor, if her mouth doesn't say it, her face says it. You can know right off the bat by her facial expression how she feels about something. But Taylor is a tell it like it is person. She's going to tell you how she feels regardless. I don't want to say she doesn't care. She just tells you the way that she's thinking. Thank you, Claudette, for dropping the links. Hey, Michael, I am having a great day. I am. I'm having a great day. I have a sign on the wall that says, no drama llamas. Yeah. Yep, it was a bad time when my brother passed away. Hey, Christina. How are you? Welcome in. Christina has a channel that has content. She has the winning walk. She goes on walks. And she talks she's a Christian. And I don't know, when you are in a group of people in a chat that share your same belief, it's easier to talk to them, which I can speak to anybody from the homeless to a CEO. So it doesn't matter to me. I'm sure y'all can see that in me. I can just go on and on. Chat, chat, chat. But if y'all think I'm bad, y'all should be around James. I think that I tell him all the time, I said, people are going to think you're running for office. If you do not quit stopping and talking to people, they're going to honestly think that you're fixing to pull out this little pamphlet that you're running for public office because he wants to talk to people. Just like the dish guy that came yesterday, I didn't think he was going to be able to get done what he needed to do because James kept talking to him. It's funny, really. But go over and check the Winning Walks channel out. Lucinda said, I hate showing emotion. Yeah, some people can't. And I feel like they shouldn't be judged for that because when I was younger, y'all know I've told this story before. When I first met James, I didn't show emotion. I didn't know how to show emotion. I grew up in a family that didn't hug each other, didn't tell each other that we loved each other. It was no emotion in my home. I mean, we didn't dislike each other or hate each other. We just didn't show that kind of emotion. But when I married James, they did. And I'm like, oh no, I can't deal with this. But I easily got over it. I don't want to say easily, that was the wrong word. And over the years I've gotten over it and I've become more affectionate and loving, and I'm so glad I did. It has been so worth it. Oh, E Dreams, I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you in so long. Welcome in. I have to tell y'all this. I was doing dishes. Where are you coming to in Louisiana? My son lives in Prairieville, Louisiana. So that's where we'll be coming in a couple weeks on the 15th. We will only be staying the day because it takes so much out of me when I spend the night at my son's house. Not that it's not comfortable, but I'm not comfortable anywhere. Even when we go to the coast, it's hard for me to sleep because of the way I have to sleep. I can't just sleep like most people can just go jump in the bed, lay down, and go to sleep. I can't do that. And I have to sit up, I have to be propped up a little bit to sleep. My legs have to be propped up. It's just a lot when I have to sleep, and it's not easy. So we usually just ride down early in the morning to my son's, stay all day. And the days are longer, so it won't be getting nighttime till 7:38. And we'll just spend the whole day, which I think my son said he had to work Sunday. He's in the medical field. So, yeah, we'll be just spending that day. I have to tell y'all this, and I talked about it with someone the other day that come to visit, and I can't remember who it was, but when I met my biological father, he had a son that had gotten killed in a car wreck a few years before my father and I met, my biological father. He, which meant that was my brother, my half brother. And so I have two half brothers that have been killed. But the first brother I was speaking of, I didn't look at him as a half brother because, he was just my brother. I'd known him from, we'd always lived together in the same house, and I was closer to him than this brother that got killed in the car wreck. But what I was going to tell you is, the brother that got killed in the car wreck went to the same school that I went to. He was 2 years behind me. I knew him as far as who he was by name and sight. I didn't really know him, like spoke to him, but I knew who he was when I saw him. Didn't know he was my brother, but I knew who he was. So I look back now and I could have easily started to like him as a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Which angered me that my mom would let that go on and not tell me anything about it. And it just made no sense. And his sister, which is let's just follow this. My dad's son was by another woman, of course, not my mom. She had 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, before she had my brother. Her daughter was a bridesmaid in my wedding. Her daughter Debbie and I were real good friends. And Debbie's brother was my half brother. Didn't even know it. Now, you want to talk about a small town? Yeah, get that to going in your brain and see how you deal with that. I was a rock until my mama passed. Now I'm a crybaby and proud of it. You have to show some emotion. Oh, yeah, I cry. I can be sitting in my living room and watch a YouTube video or see some news about something, and I'm just boo-hooing. Claudette said, I mention my daughter every day. And I don't think Claudette would mind me saying this, but Claudette had a daughter to pass away, an adult daughter. It doesn't matter if it's a small child, an adult daughter, ever what age they are. Say I was 70 and one of my children were in their 50s. It just isn't supposed to be that way. It just isn't supposed to happen. If you're a parent, you know where I'm coming from. You're not supposed to, your child's not supposed to go before you go. You always plan to go before your child. I mean, I planned that and I'm prepared for that. I don't want to have to bury one of my children. To me, and by the grace of God, I hope that does not happen. But it's not supposed to happen that way. And depending on how the child passes away, it doesn't ease the pain, I'm sure. None of it does. Some people's it's tragic. Some people is they've been told that their child was not going to live very long. No matter which way that it is, it can't be easy. It can't be. And anybody that gives a thumbs down on a memorial video of a 9-year-old child that's passed away, I don't know where your thought process is. I don't even know if you have a thought process. Yeah, I just made a judgment. I know I did. My first loss was my brother, 13 years old. Then another year, and then another years later, so much loss. Oh my goodness. Sorry, the guy next door was making noise. Thought someone was knocking on the door. And that's another thing. I try to watch the memorial videos of lost children, but I never watch the entire video. I lost my baby boy on Mother's Day when he was just over 3 months old. The videos always make me see there. And I know I say this over and over again. We see each other on YouTube. If I had never told you about my brother and how he passed away, you wouldn't know that story. There'd be no way that you could know that story. Unless I had talked about it in one of my videos, which I don't think I have. But you don't know what the person is going through when you watch somebody on YouTube. That's why you cannot or should not be judgmental, mean, bring drama to that person. I mean, you don't know. And if the person has a disability, like a speech impediment, visual disability, like me, I'm sitting in a wheelchair, but I'm talking about like a visual, say they got burned, or say they were born with, the fingers on this hand not being there, or, something's wrong with their face or something. For anybody to stoop as low as making fun of that person because of their disability, I don't know what to say or how to. I don't respond well to those type of people. I'm just going to tell you that, because God does not make mistakes, and He doesn't want people to be cruel to other people. I think in Josie's video, she talked about how her daughter used to come home from school, and though she had friends, there were, of course, those few little kids that picked on her because she was skinny, according to Josie. She was real tiny. And you could see, her bones and things. And she just said she was going to beat him up. The little girl told Josie, her daughter told her that. But here it is, this little girl is suffering from this disease that she had no control of. She had no control of being born in that state. And these little children, and that's a taught thing. Children are taught to bully and to make fun of children. They don't come here knowing that. Berkeley didn't come here knowing how to pick on another child. Berkeley has not even recognized that her Gigi is in a wheelchair and that her Gigi is different than everybody else. All she knows is she loves her Gigi. That's what she knows. And she knows her Gigi loves her. Now, in years to come, she's going to learn that being in a wheelchair is a handicap and that I have a problem and that I can't walk and I can't do things. But until we tell her, she has not even recognized that me being in a wheelchair is wrong, is different. She hasn't even recognized it. So it's a taught thing for people and adults to teach their children to bully, to be mean to other children. It's taught. If my children was to have a teacher or a principal tell me that my child had bullied and made fun of another child that was handicapped, they wouldn't be able to sit down for a week. And this was before I became handicapped. I did not, and James did, and I did not tolerate that. And to me, that's a reflection of me when my child does things like that. That is a reflection of parenting. When you have a child that is bullying somebody else, it's like, what are the teachers thinking about how the parents are? Because I worked at the school. I taught at the school. I know what teachers think about children and about children's parents. I've been on that side before. So don't teach your child to bully. Don't teach your child that they're better than anybody, because they're not. Hey, Lisa. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm the baby of the family. Death follows me. Sometimes it sweeps over me. Sometimes it swallows me whole. I have lost both my parents, 2 brothers, my only sister, my 2 sisters and brothers, friends. Oh, I'm so sorry, E-Dreams. He would have been 31 this year. Wow. So sorry. Everybody's coming in. I lost my son 33 years ago on Thanksgiving. My mom don't understand why I hate Thanksgiving now. I just lost my grandson in April, and it just brought back feelings. All I do is cry. Lucinda, that is understandable. That don't not cry. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to get mad, get mad. If you want to sit in silence and not say it. If you don't want to like Thanksgiving, don't like Thanksgiving. You deal with it the way you know how, but walk through it. Keep moving, because if you stay in it and ground yourself in it, you will miss out so much of the other people that love you and want you to be in their life. Say someone has 4 children, one of them passes away. Everybody's grieving either a brother. If you're the sibling, you're grieving a brother or sister. The parent is grieving losing a child. Everybody's grieving. But those other children need you too. They need you. They need you to be there for them, love them, hug them, encourage them. But I know it's got to be hard to be there for your other children when you lose a child. I know that. No, I don't know. I need to quit saying that. I don't know. Uh, I would imagine that it would be difficult to have to be there for other children that you have when you've lost a child, which one child doesn't take the place of another. There's no way. That's what gets me when people tell somebody that's lost a child, you have two other children. What is that supposed to mean? Or, you know, just that statement right there alone would just, oh, it would just bother me so bad. And then when, I don't know how y'all do at funerals or how y'all's funerals are done, but here in the South, the way we do, we have everybody has a viewing like at night, and then the next day they bury your loved one. Well, at the viewing, the person stands up there, the family that's lost the person, by the casket, and everybody walks by in a line and says how sorry they are. They view the body and they go on, and that's how we do it. Well, for somebody to walk up to you at the worst time in your life and say, I know how you feel. That's what they told my sister when my brother-in-law passed away. And they had not lost their spouse or anything. She would have people come up to her and say, I'm so sorry. I know how you feel. And I'm thinking, no, you don't. And I always catch myself when I'm at a service like that or like going through, and I always say, I am so sorry for your loss. I never add myself to the equation. I never say, I know how you feel. You can't know how somebody feels when they lose a loved one. You can't know. It can happen. Stop saying that. Just say, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'll be praying for you. I love you. If there's anything I can do for you, stop saying, I know how you feel. I'm the baby too, much lost, but due to my granny's teaching as a little girl, I have comfort, for I get it from Jesus. I pray you all know him. Amen, Lisa. 2 weeks after my brother got killed, my grandfather passed away. He was 74 or 75. I can't remember. But the night that they called us, like at 2:30 in the morning, and the phone rang on James's job, and we were in Louisiana, I thought it was a call about my grandfather, that they were going to tell me that my grandfather had passed away. Little did I know that it was going to be my brother had been shot. And I can remember like yesterday, James coming up the stairs because it was a condominium that a condo that we lived in when he worked on this job because he cleaned up hazardous waste. And he come running up the stairs. He said, "Get up, get up." And I said, "Oh, what's wrong? Did my papa die?" And he said, "No, it's Michael." And I said, "What about Michael?" He said he's been shot. And I said, "Been shot?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I just laid there a minute, and he didn't say whether he was alive or not. And I said, "Okay, where was he shot?" And he started telling me the place. I said, "No, no, no, no. On his body, where was he shot?" And then he tells me, and I'm like, I'm not going. He's like, what? And you have to realize Matt was 7 months old, and he was up trying to get Matt dressed, ready, whatever. So finally, I get up, I get clothes on, I go downstairs, I sit on the couch. He's getting everything in the car. We had a Jimmy at the time. He's getting everything in it, getting it just. He kept saying, "Come on, Angie, we got to go." And I kept saying, "No, no, I'm not going." Why? I said, "Because I know he's not alive." And he's like, "No, they said come to the hospital." And I said, "I don't care what they said. He's not alive." And we get in the car, we travel, and I'm not saying anything because I'm in complete shock. We get to the exit where his grandmother lives in Louisiana. And I say, "Take this exit, take this exit." And he's like, "Wow, what's wrong? Do you need to go to the restroom?" I said, "No, you're going to drop me off at your grandmother's because I'm not going." He's like, "No, Angie, you have to go." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to go. I don't want to know." And it was just that I was in shock and I didn't want to know what I already knew. I didn't want it confirmed. It was very hard on me. I do, however, have great sympathy for one's pain and struggles. Yes, I'm doing more chat. The tickets get pricey. Oh, I imagine they do, Nora. I imagine they do. And I don't know if it's God's protection over you or what, but when I've gone through a tragic someone passing away, it's like when you go into shock, it's like a protection that God puts on you so you won't literally lose your mind. You know, it's like you go into this place that you're going through the motions, but you really don't know. And I look back and I can't remember some of the things that went on when my brother passed away that people tell me, "Oh, this happened when Michael passed away," and I'm like, "I don't remember that." Or they'll tell me, "I was at the funeral." You were? I don't remember that. I can't play poker. My face is open book. I never grumble. I do go into a casino once and what? Oh, I never gamble. I did go into a casino once and watch all these obsessed women at the slots. Yeah, there are some crazy ones. Just love you too, Lisa. This headache needs to go away. I have stuff to do today. Oh man. My daughter has migraines and she had one yesterday and she had to lay down for a couple of hours. My mom always had to be on her own bed. Usually I listen and don't join in. I love Angie's messages. She's my inspiration more than she knows. Oh, thank you, E-Dreams. I have a friend who lives in Prairieville. Nice. Well, Matt and Haley are getting ready to build their new home, and it won't be in the same area that they are in now. They are in a subdivision now, and they're not going to be in the same subdivision. But they have got the plans of their new home, and it's supposed to be finished in October, and the baby's due in October. So I told Haley, I said, "There's no way you can put a nursery in the home you're in now because the baby will never sleep there. So there's no way that you can have a nursery for the new baby." But it's so funny because Matt was brought up in the home that we live in now, and it's about 1,800 square foot, and that's carport included. Okay, or it may be a little bigger than that. with the carport. I don't know. But anyway, Haley was brought up in a manufactured home. And now, for some reason, now she had a sister, and that meant there were two children in her home. Matt has Taylor, so there was two children here. We had plenty of room. But for some reason, my son and daughter-in-law think that they have to have a 5-bedroom home. And they're just going to have two children. I can kind of understand it, because both the in-laws live out of state, and when we come in to visit, we'll have our own space. And if they want to build 3 houses and can afford it, that's them. I'm like, you go ahead and do it. Do it while you're young. But I'd pick at my son all the time and say, you were brought up in this house right here. Why do you need a 5-bedroom house? And then he starts going through the reasons. I'm like, okay, if you want to walk through that door, you go ahead and walk through that door. That's fine with me. And I'm happy for him. I really am. I'm happy. I just say no to inbreeding. Yeah. That's like a soap opera. Yeah, it is. My gosh, I'm so behind on the chat. Let me go down here. Matt. Hey, Matt. Welcome in. The type of people that do that obviously have no respect and love for themselves. I take pity on them. I have always been a protector of everyone. I can't stand a bully in any way, shape, or form. Oh, yeah. The internet has taken so much humanity away from us. We need to meet and communicate with each other. We have to remember we humans are all fragile. Yes. My kids would be friends with kids that were bullied if it's really bothered them to see this kind of, yes. When my mama lost our 13-year-old brother, our neighbor said, well, Claire, you have 7 other kids. See, why? Why would anybody say that? What is up here that would cause somebody to say that? Oh, Michelle, thanks, baby. Kids face death, and we're strong. Crying is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it's the opposite. God gave us the ability to cry, to relieve our stress and sorrow. So cry, yes. I felt strange to celebrate Mother's Day after I lost Dustin. But then I had 2 other beautiful sons. I was so thankful for my other 2 boys. They are only reason why I'm still here today. No, you shouldn't have been ashamed to celebrate. You were a mother. I had a daughter 12 years later. She's my only. I'm married and have 3 more kids. Her youngest and my daughter are 9 months apart. Everyone thinks they're twins. Oh. The tears you don't cry, you carry. Tears are cleansing. Unfelt grief can make you sick. Go ahead and cry. It's better for you to release that emotion. Yes. Yes, it's good to cry. It cleanses the soul. Even if you have to go in private, in another room of your home, or get away from people and just cry it out. Do that. If you can. I went into shop once after being bit by a dog, and I've never felt anything so strange. I just remember laying on the ground in a daze, asking for Jesus and my best friend. Yes, it's a place. Wow, Lisa. Do they know or have a date on when they wish to finish the home? It's they just know it's supposed to be finished in October, but I don't see how they're gonna get it built that fast. I mean, I don't know. It's like an out of the body experience. God encompasses us and protects us so we can continue let God and let go. Yes. It was like an out of body experience, and that's a great description. Okay, Josie. Thanks for dropping by. I love you, friend. Everybody's Gravity Goods. Hello, Carmen. I like the way you spell Carmen with a K. That's nice. And that's because you brought up your children well. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Voice texting is crazy. I'm sorry. So many times people don't realize how selfish they really are. Or maybe they do. And maybe they like to be that selfish. I don't know. But let's just say we need to check ourselves when we, and sometimes people just aren't considerate of other people. And in my video, my last week's video, I talk about people sometimes are just mean. You know, they're just mean. They want to be mean. They set out to be mean. And I know it's hard for some people to comprehend that people wake up in the mornings just to be mean. I'm glad I can't comprehend that. I'm glad that I don't know how to do that. Yes, and people are getting meaner. And now is actually becoming a hobby, which is frightening. Yes. When people come on a YouTube channel and they deliberately lie about who they are or on someone else, I have no tolerance for that. Um, I don't understand why people have to belittle other people to try to make themselves, they think, move up, like make them higher what we're moving up to. I have no idea. People are so jealous of others and what they have and what they're doing and who they are. You know, some people are jealous of other people's YouTube channel. Not me. I want everybody to succeed and everybody to do great on YouTube. Some people are just jealous. Hey, Pam. Thank you for popping in. Pam is the other part of Josie when they do their auctions, in case y'all didn't know. She's a beautiful Christian lady. She sells jewelry and other little trinkets and things. If you want to see Pam, she'll be on in the morning with Josie. It's 10 a.m. my time, which is Central, so that means it's going to be 11 Eastern. But it's 8 a.m. for Josie because Josie is 2 hours behind me, which I'm Central time. Josie is Pacific time. So Josie has to get up early in the morning. We need to get together just to smile with each other. We need to laugh out loud and need to love each other. Yes, dreams. People, I won't even deal with mean people. I know. I can't. I mean, I don't even want to be around them. My theory is that evil and Satan are getting stronger and bigger because they know they're going to lose and the fight will be ending soon. That's my opinion. Good thoughts, Lisa. Everybody's speaking to Pam. Lisa said, I'm Pacific time and I'm in Seattle. Oh, nice. So how's the weather in Seattle, Lisa? I must go. I would like to know if you can all say a wee little prayer for me. I'm going through some physical illness issues now and need all the help I can get. Well, yes, ma'am, Dreams. I will put you on my prayer list right now. Physical issues. I'm sorry, Dreams. I hope you get to feeling better real soon. Lisa said it's mild and cloudy today. Cool too. Let's see what how warm it is outside here in my house. Uh let's see. It's 82 degrees, which is a little cooler than it has been, but it feels like 86 here in Mississippi. Oh, thank you, Dreams. Have a beautiful and blessed day, sweetie Dreams. It's raining buckets here in Texas. I'm about to cancel the yard sale for Saturday. Too wet around here. We have had so much rain. And see, when Christina gets rain, she's in Texas. So the rain she's getting, I'm going to get. It's going to be headed this way. Most of the time, I get Christina's rain a day or so later, depending on how fast it's moving. So I know if Christina is telling me that it's raining where she is, I'm about to get rain. It's 56 now and the sun is coming out. It will be 62 today. Perfect for me. Oh, that is perfect weather. Awesome weather. So really, when is y'all's summer in Washington? I mean, how warm does it get there for your summer weather? I mean, because we're all the way we have been up to 90 already, but y'all are still in the 50s. So, oh, Claudette said it's 64 here and rain coming in southern Ontario, Canada. So, what does your summers look like? Do y'all get really, really extreme heat, or do y'all stay in the 80s or the 70s, or what happens? And I know y'all don't have humidity like we do. Oh my gosh. The humidity is awful. Awful. That's the one thing that Mississippi will get you. Summer weather here is usually in the 70s and 80s, although there are a few days where it's been 101. Oh wow. On those hot days, I want to die, but I have some air conditioners for that, so I had to get them for the dogs. Yeah, I bet you did. An average of 72 to 84 degrees. Oh, we get humidity, but not like you, Angie. Oh, ours is bad. It's so bad. It's how it's hot to me. I run warm, so I start getting hot at 70. Oh yeah, I understand. So I'm gonna do my video. I'm trying to think what I have planned for this weekend, which is not going to be much because James is working days. So that means he's working 7 in the morning to 7 in the evening. Next week I have 2 doctor's appointments, one on Wednesday and one on Thursday. That's why I'm saying I don't know what day next week I'll go live, because I have a heart doctor visit on Wednesday which he'll be telling me when I'm going to get my pacemaker battery replaced, which I'll have to go in the hospital, which is an outpatient procedure if nothing goes wrong. And I was awake the last time they did it. So I'm hoping they won't put me to sleep this time to change it out. Then Thursday, I go to my general doctor for my 3-month checkup. I have to go to him every 3 months. And so I have 2 doctor visits next week. Mississippi has what I call rotisserie heat, but Texas heat is straight frying pan. You got me to coughing, Christine. This cough is bad. But actually this sounds good compared to what it has been sounding like. I told James if he brought anything else home to me again, he was going to have to sleep out there in the shed that we got. And it is air conditioned. So he can sleep in that shed. And it has lights. So I said, you're just not going to be able to sleep in the house if one of your buddies at work is sick. And because the guy that he caught this from actually had pneumonia and had to be out of work for I don't know how long. Several days, I think. And then James catches it. Then he gives it to me. Then we give it to Taylor. Then Taylor gives it to Lincoln. Lincoln had to go to the doctor. It's just been all over. Hey, Barberry, how are you? Welcome in. Good to see you. How have you been? Everything been going good with you? So what are y'all doing this weekend? Y'all got anything planned for the weekend? Thank you, sis. Oh, those hot days you could just stick an apple in your mouth. Yes. Claudette said, I don't have anything planned. I don't either. Get this. Taylor texted me last night. Her birthday is June the 9th, okay? Well, Brent didn't get to go with us to the coast when we went for mine and James's anniversary and my birthday. Because he works the weekend, he didn't get to go. And she texted me last night and said, Mom, Brent said since he didn't get to go to the coast with us on that weekend that we went, he wants to go the weekend of my birthday. Is Dad off work? Because we want you and Dad to go with us and us go back to the coast. So I said, I don't know if he's off work or not, but I'll look at his schedule because I have one of his schedules on my refrigerator. And I said, I'll text you in the morning. She texted me last night. I was already in the bed. I didn't want to get up and go look at his schedule. And James was already asleep. And I said, I don't know. I'll have to go and look. So this morning, I looked on the calendar, and of course, James is off. So I texted her and said, yeah, Dad's off the weekend of your birthday. He's off work. So I don't know if James is going to agree to go back to the coast on Taylor's birthday or not. I mean, we may stay home and keep Lincoln and let them go to the coast. I don't know what's going to happen. That heat's going to cook you. See, you might as well have an apple in your mouth. When I think of rotisserie, I think of when my dad roasted a pig over a pit. and it had an apple in its mouth. Yes, we've done that before. Roasted a pig. My brother's birthday is Saturday. Maybe I'll see him. Awesome. Nothing planned, just running and taking care of some things I need to get done. So when we went to the coast for this last trip for our anniversary and my birthday, like I said, I don't sleep well. I don't sleep well at all when I go there. So I would just put it like this. We stayed Friday night, Saturday night, came home Sunday evening, which we had Sunday night available if we wanted to stay Sunday night, but Taylor had to be back at work Monday. But out of Friday night and Saturday night, I may have gotten 6 hours of sleep those two nights. Not each night 6 hours. I'm talking about 6 hours combined, like both nights. Uh, I don't sleep well at all when I go away. Not at all. We will be trying to dry out and trying to get someone to cut down a part of our tree the tornado bent when it came through. I wish James and I live near you, Christina. James could take that right out for you. He could get that tree trimmed for you in a minute. But like I said, the reveal is going to be on June the 15th. We may be going back to the coast next weekend. I'm not sure. I don't even know if I should be going back to the coast. If I have the energy to do it, I'll just have to wait and see. Because I have got a doctor's appointment, like I said, the 5th and the 6th of June. And when I have doctor's appointments, it tires me out. It tires me out to go. I have to get dressed, and then I have to get in the my Jeep, and that takes a lot out of me. And then I have to ride almost an hour to my doctor, get out, go in, come back out. And by the time I get home, I am so tired from the trip. So I don't know. It just depends on how I feel. I may tell James, you go, you go, and I'll stay here. But he's not going to go for that. James is going to say, no, if you don't go, I'm not going. And I don't know why, because I would go without him. But I'm trying to now think about what I'm going to cook for supper. If I'm going to cook supper, I may get him to pick something up. I don't know. So what are y'all having for supper? Yes, it tires me out. I have no energy. My energy level is so low. I mean, I get so angry at myself sometimes because I can't last. I can't go all day like I used to. I just tire out. Oh, meatloaf. Oh my gosh, I love meatloaf. And I love meatloaf sandwiches, bacon biscuits. Oh my gosh. I knew y'all was going to start saying things that were going to sound so yummy. Filipino food. I've never had that. What does what's their main type of food? Filipino food. Is it like rice and what do you eat that they cook? Lisa. I've never tried Filipino food. We cooked on the grill Monday and we had steaks, sausage, pork chops. I think that was all steak, sausage, pork chops. That was on the grill. Then we had baked beans, potato salad, coleslaw, rolls, and then we've been eating on that for a couple of days because we don't let food go to waste around here. So, Sissy, could you add Jim to your prayer list? He had an appointment on the 3rd to have a procedure done to see if they can figure out why he has had so much stuff. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I will. Jim, stomach issues. I sure will. Read the 10 spoon theory, and it will all make sense to you. Anyone who has chronic pain, it's a great way you understand someone that lives with pain. Let me write that down. 10. Y'all are so helpful. 10. I guess my body's fighting itself and it tires me out. Hopefully they can figure it out and fix him. Oh, they'll figure it out, Sissy. I wanted some barbecue chicken, so I grilled on Sunday and made a peach cobbler. James would have loved you, Christina. He loves peach cobbler. I don't eat it. I love blueberry cobbler and I'll eat blueberry, but the peach I don't eat very much. I will eat peaches, but they're not one of my favorite things. Oh, we seen a great movie last night called The Lie. Gotta watch The Lie. What did that come on, Claudette? It's a movie. Do you know what channel? Because we have Prime. I might can. Oh, it is on Prime. Awesome. I'll go look it up. James and I might watch that tonight. Rice, mustard greens, cabbage, bay leaf, chicken, or beef, usually marinated in vinegar for a tangier taste. Oh, nice. That sounds good. Can't find it on Netflix. We have Prime. So I'm gonna go after I get off this live, I'm gonna go look and see if it's on ours, and then I'll wait and watch it tonight when James gets home. Thank you. I always like for people to suggest a movie because when you go, if anybody that has Prime or a smart TV that has thousands of movies that you can watch, it's so hard to scan through all those movies and try to choose which movie to watch. It's just too many choices. But if somebody suggests to me, oh, go watch this movie, go watch this, I love that because that eliminates me having to go through all these movies and try to figure out something to watch. Oh, they have egg rolls, thin noodles with cabbage. Oh, I'm a movie critic. I watch lots of movies and documentaries. I like documentaries too. I really do. I really like documentaries. Some better than others, but I like documentaries. The guy that came to put our TV back in order, he was trying to sell us a surround sound uh um what do you call it? Surround sound system, and he had to plug it up and everything, and he wanted to do a demo. We're like, okay, demonstrate it. So he said, all right, what do y'all want me to play? What kind of music do y'all like? So I can let y'all see how the speakers sound. So James and I started saying Thunderstruck, uh, uh, close, the Watchtower, 70s and 80s music. He's like, oh my goodness, I play in a band. And he was real young. He said, I love that music. So he turns that type of music on. And he's just laughing because he's a lot younger than we are. And he can't believe we like this music. And I'm like, crank it up a little bit so I can see how the speakers sound. He said, I can't wait to get home to my wife and tell her that I was in these people's home that love to listen to loud music. But we didn't buy the surround sound. We didn't buy it. We didn't buy the speaker. My father was Filipino and Austrian. My mother, Norwegian and Cherokee. Oh, that's awesome. James has Choctaw. He has Choctaw Indian in him. My two children were the last to have the Indian in them because they were the 1/16. Each one of my children have 1/16 of Indian blood in them. James's great, let's see, James's grandmother's grandmother, okay, was full-blooded Choctaw Indian. And we have pictures of her, and you can tell it. But his grandmother, you could see it in her because she had the high cheekbones. High cheekbones. Really, really pretty lady at the age where I met her. I met her when she was in her late 60s, about to be 70, I guess. And still very attractive lady. But I love those high cheekbones that Native Americans have. I love those. It wasn't a Bose. It wasn't a Bose. Many of us have to be there. They were here first. But ours too. We are French. My dad's mom was 100% living on the reserve. Wow. I miss dancing and music, and that was such a big part of who I was when I could walk. I would dance with my children. I would dance with James. I would dance, and I miss that. So when music starts playing, I automatically just start moving, you know. And when our children were at home before they started college or whatever, all of their friends would come here, and we would have family gatherings where we'd play music, have karaoke here at the house. So all of a sudden it just went silent, and we don't have that anymore. So yesterday was a very good, it was a breath of fresh air to me to hear that music being piped in kind of loud. My mama's great great grandma was full Cherokee. My mama had high cheekbones. She was gorgeous. I know. I love that. My mama's grandma was Cherokee. There's a lot of Cherokees in here. Okay, Michelle. Love you. I got a few more minutes on here that I'm going to be on here, and then I'm going to call it a day. But um, it's terrible being empty nesters. We were the same, and our home was always full of kids. We miss that. Yes, Claudette, I know you can relate to this. Our home was always the home for all the children to come over to. After a football game, a softball game, a fast pitch game, a basketball game, our children would come in and say, come to the car and say, so and so wants to come over and spend the night. And they wouldn't name just one, they would name two or three. And we were like, okay. We would wake up on a Saturday morning and we'd be stepping over children. You know, a Matt's football player friends would all come over after a Friday night football game, and some of them would crash on the floor and all that. If you're going through that right now, enjoy every minute of it, because you cannot get it back once it's gone. I miss that so much. Well, hey, GJ34, welcome in. It's so good to see you. White bread is not good for chronic pain. Oh, yeah, no, white bread is not good. It's not. I have cut back on so many things, especially sweets. I have cut back on eating sweets. Uh, Anything that's white, don't eat it. Like rice and bread and anything. And I'll tell you this, if it tastes good, spit it out, because it's not good for you. The birds won't even eat the bread. Yeah. Speaking of birds, Lisa and Bo gave me a bird feeder for my birthday, which James hung up, and I got to go out there and see where he hung it. And you know how I love to watch my birds out in front of my house. But they gave me the prettiest bird feeder for my birthday when we went to the coast. I had no idea they were giving me a birthday present. It was so sweet. I've had the best birthdays in the last 5 years being on YouTube. Like I said, when we were growing up, we didn't do birthdays. We didn't have cakes. We didn't give gifts. We didn't do any of that. And now being on YouTube and people sending me birthday presents, it just is overwhelming to me. It just humbles my heart. It's a happy feeling, but I've never been showered with that many cards and gifts and birthday wishes and things like that since until I got on YouTube. Well, my neighbors, you know I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm about to get off here and go figure out what I'm going to cook Mr. It's Me for supper. Catch a auction or two. Try to do my video for the week. But until we meet again, I don't know what day I'll be going live next week. Like I said, I have 2 doctor's appointments. But I'm glad we got to share this time together today. Don't forget, be kind. Love someone today. Embrace them. Hold their hand. Let them know you care about them. Be the light in someone's life. Don't be the darkness. I'll see you all next time on our neighborhood chat. Bye, neighbor.